and we'll have a big portrait of Donnie J, just like he would have wanted.
Donald Trump, like there'll be a photo of Woody that'll be like about the size of a man's chest, and then there'll be like a giant photo of Donald Trump that's the size of a man, just right next to it, overshadowing him entirely. Yeah. And there'll be a bucket there for like campaign donations. Yeah, like as Woody would have wanted.
This funeral is brought to you by truth.com. Post about it on truth.org.
Yeah, I hope he's not actually injured, hurt,
I hope
or
not,
dead.
Because
all these bits are not going to go. They're not going to go over well.
Of these are going to play if he's actually hurt. Well, I mean, he hasn't responded, and we're an hour and a half plus into the show right now.
Yeah,
so with his.
Is there a truth.com? I feel like if you go to truth.com, you're going to get
truther.com.
What was whatever the social media thing is.
Truth Hardware. I thought you'd be like truth.com, and you go there and it's like trust no one.
No, I thought truth.com was Donald Trump's
his
like Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know.
He had like a thing. He has like a thingy.
Truth Social. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah. Truth Social. But he's also on Twitter now.
I think those like truths or whatever. That's what they're called, right? When you send out a truth on Truth Social. It's
so funny.
I'm pretty sure that's
I gotta retruth that.
Truth.com. Yeah. I was trying to take information. All right, well, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's not we'll give them all your info, Zach, so we can see the inner workings of truth.com.
What were the truthers? I don't remember. That might have been like the anti. Is
that the 9/11?
That's it. I was getting it mixed up. Like there was politics used to be so much more mundane.
You're thinking of birthers. Truthers are were the 9/11 people right after 9/11.
Yeah, birthers are the Obama people. Do you remember the Swift boat controversy where they? Oh God, it's never. It doesn't matter. It's. Is
that a 9/11 or an Obama one?
I'm gonna be on a list, aren't I? Hold on.
It was attacking someone's military record, pretending like they didn't do what they did. It was after that horse-faced motherfucker from the Northeast. I can't leave. Not
John Kerry.
John Kerry. That's him. Yeah.
You just had to say horse-faced, and you got me there.
The Republicans dug up like all of his like military buddies who were in his boat, and got them all to shit talk him and like kind of tamp down any semblance of a military record that he was standing on.
Oh, I remember. He was saying like, I was on a boat in Vietnam riding around doing intense missions, and apparently other people were like, yeah, that's not what we fucking did. And
yeah,
I didn't follow it. I didn't care about politics whatsoever at the time.
I was young then. I was probably 16 or 18 or something like that. But I remember that well. Now it's like, this guy's a pedophile. It's like, so are you. This guy's 80. This guy's 79. You know who I kind of wish that they dig up is fucking Bernie Sanders. I'm surprised it feels like he stayed silent through all this. I wish he'd be like, I'm still quite cogent. Despite my age. Yeah.
That'd be so funny if once again he was like, I am going to be the representative for the Democratic Party in 2024. And then like at the last second again, he's like, I'm dropping out and I'm giving the money to Hillary Clinton. She's going to do a fantastic job with the nation.
I bet there are discussions within the Biden camp that like how many bombs can he have in a row? Because he's got multiple. He's got an interview this week with Stephanopoulos, and he's got I think it's with him, and he's also got another speaking engagement. Like, what if those go poorly? Like, what if there's more gaps and clips? Like, is there a point that they're actually going to convince him to, tell his delegates not to vote for him or pull out, whatever, what have you? Because
I thought the Biden team today, or someone on there was like, maybe it was Joe himself, was like, I'm running for president again. I'm not stopping.
I mean, you got to go with like rah, full positive. You can't show any weakness or anything like that until you know for sure, like, so I don't trust anything they say. That was bad though. That was.
You think Dr. Jill's going to let go of these reins? Hell no.
I was watching, and in that first 3 or 4 minutes, Biden had that flub where he trailed off and got silent and wide-eyed, and then he said he lost his place entirely, and then he said something about beating Medicare, and then Trump had the quick, you did beat Medicaid, you beat it to death,
I don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. Frankly, I don't think he does either.
Dude, if there had been an audience for that, can you imagine the roars
That would have gotten a big laugh.
You know what you'd have heard that you've never heard at one of these? Gasps. You would have heard gasps because I don't care how right wing you are. When I was watching, I felt awkward and uncomfortable watching Biden. I felt like seeing an elder like sort of lose his dignity was happening, you know, and I felt bad watching because there were parts of it where he really looked lost and like not there it was bad. It was, and Trump didn't do amazing. Trump was just Trump. They argued about their golf scores, and Biden
I saw that.
said,
That's absurd.
It got wild. He called him a felon. Only one person on the stage is a felon, and Trump's a few minutes later, Trump's like, "Your son's a felon." Son's a felon, motherfucker. You know, like, and arguing about the golf scores. He's like, "You had a sex with a porn star while your wife was pregnant," and you could tell. You know, he spent a week practicing and rehearsing at Camp David, right? Like while Trump was doing Logan Paul's podcast or something. He's doing the Paul brothers like podcast. Genuinely, that's what he was doing, and he was at Camp David with, I'm sure, like the best people he could find to help.
The most stressed out communication experts on the team.
You could tell there were moments where he had this memorized little phrase to throw out, but he couldn't quite bring it up. That's why I think if he had no practice and he could have just like went off the cuff, he might have done better. But he was trying to remember what he'd been going over and over all that week, and it all got mixed up. And that's what was happening in that one answer, where he was like, you know, what we've done as far as for the people and COVID with the preparedness and
yeah,
we beat Medicare.
I saw that one the one clip where he's like, COVID and the recovery COVID, and by the way, and then he just stopped talking.
He stopped. Yeah, it was awful.
By the way, and then he just looks like that old man face of alarm, just constantly plastered on there.
At the end of the debate, they're like, okay, each candidate will be given 2 minutes to make their plea to America, their bid to America to be their next leader. You know, go. Nobody's going to interrupt you. It's basically, give me your 2-minute sales pitch. And Biden had dropped off again. He was bad at the beginning. He was better in the middle, I thought, on some points. But by the end, he was right back down there again. And he had long pauses, moments of complete confusion, and he had a difficult time getting his points across. It was bad, dude. It was really bad.
That's why the Democrats seem to be really spazzing right now, internally.
I thought Trump was going to lose a week ago, or a week ago. I thought Trump was going to lose. I'd kind of been saying it to Woody. I'm like, I don't feel so good about my bet with you anymore. I think the home team's going to bring this one in. He's the incumbent. You know, I don't know about Trump. He's pissed off a lot of people. This Roe v. Wade thing is such a fucking thorn in his side. It's not a good look. And then after the debates, and the way that CNN did no fact checking and never like gave Trump a hard time on anything. To be fair, they didn't give Biden a hard time on anything either. And Biden had plenty of, I don't know, inaccuracies, lies, whatever you want to call them. They were both wrong about a lot of the things they said, but they didn't do any fact checking. I was told I feel like it's that Office Space meme. I was told there'd be fact checking. Like CNN gave it to Trump. Like, I don't know what happened. Like,
I mean, Biden gave it to Trump. He couldn't have done a worse job.
I mean, it was so much worse than I could have imagined it being in the real world. You know, we can come up with your fantasies or whatever about him shitting himself up there. But I tuned in for 2 minutes while we were doing this show last week, and it was those 2 minutes where he said Trump was like, yeah, you beat it to death. Like it was that moment. I was imagining it was going to be an hour and a half of that. It wasn't quite that, but it was a trouncing. I wonder what the polls are going to do.
Apparently, and they're already starting to reflect it, and Biden's gone down pretty significantly. But who knows? The polls have been totally wrong before.
Yeah, I don't think Trump lost anybody, but I think Biden did. Like that's kind of my takeaway from the whole debate, as far as like,
yeah, a lot of big Biden people, like his biggest boosters on social media and on a lot of like Democrat talking heads are like, yeah, we gotta get him out of here. He's a hero. And he should be given dignity in retirement. And it's like he's so far past retirement age. This guy's 82.
I think Trump's ahead in New Hampshire. I think Trump's ahead in New Hampshire. That's one of those like breaking points that you're seeing from this, maybe. And I wonder how many states are going to have Jill Stein and or RFK Jr. on their ballot. Holly, I can hear your rapper. It sounds delicious.
It's not happening here in Missouri. That's nobody says fucking front hole.
We'll see.
Disney's gonna buy Missouri and make you gay.
They better not. Better not make us gay.
Well, then you better vote.
Yeah,
I hear next year is Pride year.
That's what I've been saying that to myself. Not enough of our year is about niche political causes. There needs to be more.
Taylor,
why just February for Black History? Let's give them a whole quarter. How about that?
Yeah,
a quarter of what?
They can have, I don't know,
just a quarter, 25 cents.
How about
not until Israel is defeated?
No, I think every month should be Israeli funding month. I guess it is, but that's what we need. We need more.
You gotta let one of these go. You can't hold on to all of these fucking personal. No. You gotta let one of them go. And you know it's Israel, okay? Taylor, if you had to put money on it right now, who are you voting on? Do you think it's Trump or a Biden most likely?
Who do I think is going to win?
What do you think? Yeah, like skew it percentage wise. Like if you had 52-48, like what do you think the skew is?
Do I have to pick between Biden and Trump, or can I throw a
different? I would ask you to choose between Trump.
Can you disregard
Trump and Democrat? Okay, I'm going to say.
Oh,
I'm going to say 55% Democrat, 45% Trump.
Really? You think Trump's the underdog right now?
I do. Yeah, I think
significantly.
It's a lot of time to pass, and the Democrats can put someone else in. Maybe I'm because I'd rather Trump win. So maybe I'm just being pessimistic and not being realistic looking at it. But
Trump can run.
I'm the inverse of you in every way. I would rather the Democrats win, but I'm 55% Trump will.
Okay, but like I wouldn't be blown away to see either one. Like it doesn't seem like anyone has a big lead here.
I think that Trump hasn't named his VP yet, and as long as he doesn't do anything stupid with his VP pick, I think it's lights out, because the VP debate comes up at some point, right? And Vivek Ramaswamy would wipe the fucking floor with Kamala. Or I keep getting corrected on how to pronounce her name, but I don't mean to disrespect when I call her Kamala. I just thought that was her fucking made up stupid name.
I think it is Kamala.
Kamala's the right Kamala, like the punctuation Kamala.
Camelot.
Anyway, I think Ramaswamy wipes the floor with her. She seems like a little slow to me. Like she can't keep.
Here's what happens in Woody World: 1% chance of it being right. Kamala does well in the debate against Trump, and Buttigieg wipes out Vivek.
Well, Kamala doesn't debate Trump though. Who does she?
She
debate?
would if she was running for president. That's how.
Oh, you think they're going to pull Joe?
Ooh, she's too unpopular.
Why would they pick her?
Replacement.
Because she has the infrastructure in place. She gets all the money that was currently donated to the same campaign.
Does this involve 25th Amendment? Like pulling Joe out of office? And
no, I think he announces he's not going to run again, and they let him gracefully be a one-term president.
Don't you think that him admitting that he can't continue to run is him admitting he can't fulfill his office right this moment?
Yeah, we already know.
You know what? There were people who make that argument, but you could easily say, I just don't see myself being ready for 4 more years. He wants to spend time with his family.
Heading out. You don't have much more left where you can remember which one's which, Joe. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we're seemingly kind of past that point.
It looked bad, man.
You think Trump would end the war in Russia if he got elected?
Yes.
Hope so.
By what? Giving Russia everything they want?
It's like Ronald Reagan said, you can have peace and you can have it today. All you need to do is surrender.
Yeah, hopefully he would slow down funding wars all over the planet. That'd be a good win. But I don't even have
freedom fighters.
He's like he's big Israel.
He loves Israel.
He's big Israel.
As do we.
He's a huge fan.
He wouldn't pull funding out of that conflict.
I'm trying to point at Taylor. It's so hard with the perspective.
You're so far in the wrong direction.
That's not where you are on my screen?
No, you need to go towards your microphone.
Total opposite. You're pointing like off of the
I'm pointing to where I see you. I see you there. I see
That's
Harley.
me.
Harley's
No,
right.
no, that's me, dude.
Woody's
That's
over
you,
there.
Kyle.
That's me. Yo, Masad, if you're listening, dude, I don't know why he's
That's
pointing at me.
I'm one of you. It's just
It is hard. I can do Taylor. He's simple. Kyle's this way. It's really harder than you think.
This is
And there's Jesus
is-
Christ. I can't. All right.
yeah, but
Hard.
you, like
I think right now, I think that it's
there's an incredible amount of people watching that would be like, how the hell did the Jews do
President
this?
Ramaswamy.
How did the
Zach.
Jews do this?
Zach timestamp the beginning of this
Taylor wants to censor
conversation
my words.
up till
See?
now. No, literally, like, well, this is the kind of thing that would get us like actually banned. So,
It's
like,
not.
dude,
I mean,
talking
I mean,
about
mute it, but
about
fine.
doing that to a president, I'm 100% serious.
Talking
Like-
about it hypothetically happening, I think that's just.
Have you
fine.
seen
But
people on Twitter like having the fucking FBI
happened?
come to their house? Some
No,
some
what's happening?
Democrat staffer said something along the lines of what you guys just said, and had the FBI knocking on his door.
they
like
talked about a
we-
hypothetical scenario where one president?
Yeah, take
Yeah,
it out.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
coming to the
yes.
country. I got
Liter-
trips coming
literally,
out. Yeah,
yes.
I think
And this is a bit. So no, this whole section has
yeah,
to be
keep
gone.
this
We
party
can't do
where
it.
I'm
Big
saying, yeah,
Taylor,
also take
Big Taylor silencing.
Big Taylor shutting down
All right.
conversation.
Can I
my
have the
God.
floor for a second? So we had to change topics. We were worried that this would get us in trouble with the law. Harley.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand some of the Supreme Court rulings, and I just don't care to. So sometimes the Chevron thing going down, I was like, I don't know if this is good or bad. And like it was funny, like you were like, it's good, and Taylor and Woody goes, it's bad. And I'm like, it's probably both. It's probably
Probably
both.
makes- I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert on it. It just seemed like, oh, this makes it harder for like unelected bureaucrats to unilaterally control
It takes
decisions that should be, you know,
it
made
throws
by
it to the
elected
judicial
people.
system, right? You know, it lets courts decide whether these issues that would normally be decided by something like the EPA.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder what it does to ATF, because that's like the one that I've always thought has a lot of overreach. It seems like they can kind of write a rule that is as good as law, and so that doesn't seem appropriate to me.
No, it does not. Seems like a little workaround that some special interest groups could very easily take advantage of.
Trump's bump stock ban got knocked down.
Nice.
Like a couple
Good.
weeks ago. Shame I had my father melt all of his.
Yeah, you just needed to hide them for like 3 years and you would have been good.
No, well, see, I don't want to do anything approaching like breaking a law. You know what I mean? Certainly not with that. So I told him when that ban came down, I was like, hey, ATF says you have 6 weeks to get rid of those fucking things that you've got over there. He had like 15 or something. He melted them.
And you melt it down. What are you left with when you melt it down?
Nothing. Oh,
It's just-
so these were plastic. They are it's like it's the back of an AR-15, the stock.
Mhm.
So it's mostly plastic that came in a bump stock kit, or at least the ones that he had.
But you can't like sell that to someone outside of. Oh, it's like, I mean, you just melting it down just because 6 weeks, like get rid of it right away.
Just destroying them. Just destroying
Yeah,
them.
better
Yeah.
safe than
Well,
sorry.
yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to sell them. I mean, you know, they were basically saying that this stock that let you fire the gun really fast made it a machine gun or was a machine gun, and they making anyone who had one a felon, essentially, if they wanted to prosecute you, which, you know, sometimes they do. So but yeah, that got knocked down. And it seems to me that all of Trump's legal problems disappeared this week when the Supreme Court ruled that he had some immunity. Like when he signed that check to Stormy Daniels, that was an official act, Taylor. He did that at the Resolute desk.
Yeah, he was fucking her on official business.
That's literally what's caused all of this to stop. There's not going to be, they're delaying the sentencing forever on all of those 43 felonies. Like we're just not, let's see what happens, because they just realized that their case doesn't have any legs to stand on now because the Supreme Court said he's immune for some reason for a lot of that stuff. And
There's a big scary spider behind you.
he's okay. And yeah, he's fine. He's a good guy.
Okay.